Saturday. I hope that this video finds you doing well. And I hope that you're having a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. I am fixing to go start door dashing today. So getting a late start. I had to work on a final exam this morning, so wish me luck on that. And I'm trying to get some house cleaning done before I start working for the day. But anyway, I wanted to take a moment to talk about another time management tip for managing and living with ADHD. Or even if you don't have ADHD, we can all benefit from some good time management techniques. And this one has definitely proven to be extremely beneficial for me personally. I'm the type of person that, like, my focus is about this big, like about the size of a pea. I would in the past decide that I was going to clean out my closet. And I would go to the bedroom and I would pull all of my clothes out of the closet and pile them all on top of the bed, like to start going through them and organize the closet. So every single hanger from the closet is now piled up on the bed. And at some point, I would go into the bathroom for whatever reason and think of something that I remembered that I hadn't seen it in a while, or something that I wanted to use. Then I would start pulling everything out from underneath the cabinet in the bathroom sink, in the drawers. Then at some point I would make my way into the kitchen and decide that I wanted to rearrange and organize the coffee cups. So I would have all the coffee cups pulled out of the cabinet on top of the counter. Now, when you aren't me and you don't think like me, and someone would come in the house, they would basically walk through the house and be like, what the hell happened here? I don't have a real good reason or excuse or explanation for what happened, other than that my mind had bounced around all day long, and had the good intention of completing 3 projects simultaneously at some point, somehow, and never accomplished any of them. So years ago, back in 2011, I discovered flylady, and she has these zones where she breaks your house up into zones. And that has been what I have found for me the most beneficial thing that I've ever came across. And so the time management tip for today is to declutter one room at a time. So don't pull out all the clothes from your closet and then proceed to pull out all the things from your bathroom cabinet and all your coffee cups in the kitchen at the same time. Focus on one room. So I'm sure you've probably heard of flylady. She's pretty popular now. When I first found flylady and used flylady's system for a long time, a lot of people had never heard of her, but she's pretty popular now. You can find a lot of videos regarding using the flylady system on YouTube. And I'm just going to show you, like right here, one of the zones that I had broken up. This is not my current house because I have an entryway now, and I had to add that into my zone. And I have a room downstairs, a finished room in the basement. This was actually when we lived in the apartment in Fort Myers, but I'm just going to show you. So each week you break sections down of your home and you focus only on that section. So like, for instance, zone 1 was my living room and dining room. Zone 2 was the kitchen. Zone 3 was the guest bedroom and Bree's room. Zone 4, I think that was the master bedroom and master bathroom. And zone 5 was the office. And that was easy to maintain when I lived in the apartment, because our apartment was a little under 1,200 square foot. So, but now my zone 1 is my entryway. It's pretty much just my entryway. My porch is my entryway, because we have a split level, so there's an entryway in the garage where the little laundry closet is. So I have the laundry room entryway downstairs. Then there's like the split level area entryway with like a little landing where the stairs go up and down. So there's that entryway. Then we have a small little front porch and a pretty small little back deck, and the dining room. So that is the entryway in the dining room. That is my zone 1 now. Zone 2 is still the kitchen, because there's just always more work to do in the kitchen. You know, you got cleaning the microwaves, cleaning the freezer, you know, cleaning the oven, all the good stuff. So zone 2 will always just be the kitchen and no other room with it. Zone 3 now is Brianna's bedroom, the guest bathroom, and this room, which is my office. This is where I work. So now I have 2 bedrooms, but Brianna doesn't live here, so her room really doesn't require a whole lot of work. So it's pretty easy to maintain. So I have the 2 small bedrooms and a guest bath. Zone 4, still the master bedroom, master bathroom, and zone 5 is now my room in the basement, and we have a full bath downstairs. So I have a bathroom and a full-size room downstairs, which is my now zone 5. So so it's easier when you just break down a small section and work on it. And as far as decluttering goes, when you work on the zone chores, you're only supposed to work like 15 minutes a day for that week. So you only focus on one zone, one area, one room in your house for that week. And the first days of that week are supposed to be spent decluttering if you have clutter in the room. Because, as flylady says, you can't clean clutter. So you're supposed to work on completely decluttering the room before you start tackling the heavy cleaning of the room, which makes sense, because if you've ever had a lot of clutter in your house and you're trying to deep clean, you're just move clutter out of the way to clean, and you're just basically moving it around the room and cleaning around it. So the main thing, the ideal, is to get all of the clutter completely gone in that zone, in that room. And then it's easy to maintain keeping the monthly zone cleaning tasks, like dusting the baseboards, dusting the doors, light fixtures, windows, the carpets if they need shampooed. So all that stuff is pretty much easier to maintain when there's not clutter in the room. And it just works so much easier for me working with these zones and only focusing on one space, one room at a time. And in fact, if you follow my channel, and if you know, if you don't, we actually are renting this house. When we came back to Georgia from Florida, we wanted to buy a house. Our credit was great, our income was great, but our debt to income ratio was horrible. So the mortgage broker told us that we should find somewhere to rent while we work on paying down our debt and then come back in 2 to 3 years to try to buy a house. So we have been in this house renting for 2 years. This is our 2 years. And so we are going into a new lease. So we will have our 3rd year. So Henry and I have made a pact with ourselves that this will be our last year of renting this house, that we are going to buy a home when our lease is up. So it'll be next year or early next year. Yeah, whenever our lease is due. And what I have decided to do, because we've moved multiple times in the last couple of years, and every time we move, I try to downsize a little bit more. And recently, back in October, I did this whole 31 days of decluttering and completely cleaned out my storage closet and all these bins and boxes that I've had downstairs that were just stored in the basement. So I got rid of a lot of stuff from there. But I told Henry, every time we move, right before we move, I kind of start getting each room like a little bit ready to move. Like I kind of like do this whole like declutter session and just basically keep like our necessities and, you know, things that I know that we're going to be needing for the time up until we move. And so what I want to do is from now until our lease is up next year, each month, I want to take one room of the house. Now I'll still be kind of like working on this in sync with doing my zone chores. But I want to take each room and I want to like really deep declutter it. And just, I don't know if I want to use the word minimalism or minimalist, but I really just want to like purge it down to basically the bare minimum that we do need, so that when the time comes that we are getting ready to move, it's going to be an easy transition to pack up things and move them. So I don't want to have a whole lot of stuff in storage again, like storage totes and boxes downstairs. Excuse me. I don't want that. So what I really have to do is take a good look at everything that I have and see, is it something that I really need to keep, something that I really want to keep. Now, a lot of things are stuff that I'm going to want to keep, but everything that I have isn't something that I need and probably isn't something that I want to take into a new house when we do move. So that is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of 2022, is like taking one room at a time and just completely focusing on decluttering that one room and getting everything organized so that it's just more functional and just more easy to maintain. And so that is the tip for today for like managing your time, and that is to focus on decluttering one room at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself by thinking about the clutter in the linen closet if you are working on decluttering the kitchen cabinets. The closet can come in its own time. So that is it for today. And if you've made it to the end of this video, as always, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me when you take time out of your day to watch my videos. And I hope that you have an absolutely amazing day. Bye.